On this episode of The Big Fight, we've decided to come to the crux of the issue. All the various questions, the permutations, the long-term question of whether demonetization will eventually in history be seen as being a successful exercise or a failure can arguably be reduced down to 6 questions. 3 of them slightly technical questions and slightly more obscure questions, and 3 of them the questions that we've been debating with black money and disruption and so on and so forth. What are these 6 questions that I'm talking about? Let me start off with the first one. Will demonetization lead to a windfall gain for the RBI? Now, what do I mean when I say that? Remember, there are 14 lakh crore rupees worth of 500 and 1,000 rupee notes out there. By the 30th or the 31st of December, we will know how many of them have been redeposited. Let's say, as you can see in this graphic, of those 14 lakh crores, only 12 lakh crores come back. That means there's a 2 lakh crore rupee gap out there. That is liabilities of the Reserve Bank of India that have somehow disappeared. It's a bonanza, if you like. It's a windfall gain for the RBI. Now, can the RBI, first of all, will it be 2 lakh? Will it be 1 lakh? Will it be 3 lakh? We don't know the answer to this question. We will only know the answer to that question on the 31st of December, or maybe a few days after that, once everything is counted. Now, that is a gap and that is a bonanza. What will happen with it? Will the Reserve Bank of India pass that on to the government as a dividend? And will that money then be find its way into all of your accounts and Jan Dhan accounts? Will it lead to infrastructure spending? Will it lead to other such stuff? This big question number 1, and I'll take you through it again as we start discussing. Question number 2. What is going to happen to banks and the banking system? Whichever way you look at it, deposits in banks are rising very sharply right now. And even though some people will withdraw the money, at the end of the day, there could be 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh crores more with the banking system. Does that bring interest rates down? Do your EMIs go down? Is lending easier? Can industry borrow money at lower rates? Can indebted industry, remember industry owes a lot of debts right now to banks. Do they suddenly become viable if interest rates come down? All of those are questions that tie up with question number 2. Question number 3, is there going to be a budget bonanza? What do I mean by this? Well, the finance minister, in all probability, when he stands up on the 1st of February, is going to feel like a really rich finance minister because people are going to suddenly be depositing a lot of money. There'll be an impression that there's been a lot more tax collected, and there could actually be a lot more tax collected, especially if you take penalties. Now, what's he going to do? Is he going to cut interest rates? Is he going to cut taxes? Is he going to say corporate taxes are going down, personal income taxes are going down, other giveaways in the budget? A possibility. If that happens, people could benefit. Those are the 3 slightly technical, slightly more obscure questions. The 3 other questions: will black money truly be wiped out? A crucial question. Everyone out here, people have been standing in queues, happily, willingly, well, by and large happily and willingly, because they say it's for a national cause. What's the national cause? Black money is going to be wiped out. All right, is that going to happen? Or are the fat cats going to get away with it and the big fish going to get away with it? Are they all laundering their money as we speak? Are all the common people standing in queues and the rich people, the guys who really got black money, are they going to escape by being able to launder it? The answer to that question will eventually show whether people will welcome this in the long run or will say, well, what was all of that for? So that's the 4th question, and it's a big question. Question number 5, in the future, how will black money generation be curtailed? Will it be through an Inspector Raj? Will it be through all these new schemes that the government now is hinting it's going to come up at? Or is it not going to be curtailed? If it's not going to be curtailed, then 4 years from now, we're back to square one. What's all of this been for? And now there are 2,000 rupee notes, which can potentially be used quite simply by people out there. Question number 6, how long will this disruption continue? How bad is the pain going to be? Who's really going to suffer and who is suffering? Is it the people out there in the rural areas? Is it the poor? How long are they going to take the pain? And is there going to be a real impact on the economy, a long-term impact? Manmohan Singh spoke about a 2% drop in the GDP. Is that going to happen? Or is the disruption short-term inconvenience, but eventually it will all be okay?